how do you heal, or how do you know you're healed, or how do you know you're healing? Are you healed? Those are like literally the questions that keep going on in my head, is those things. Are you healing? Are you healed? How do you know? Is it really happening? Is it true? Are you right this time? Like, that's self-doubt. All of that is self-doubt. If you feel in your heart that something has changed in you, yes, you're healing. If you feel in your heart that you're still hurting and you still feel like you're sad, no, you're not healing. That's how you can determine if something's happening. And what we forget is we're always healing. There's always something every single day that gets added to our default. It's always something, whether it's you got to get groceries, you can't get no gas. Oh, you got another bill in the mail. You pay that bill. There's another bill in the mail. You just want to get a vacation. You want to go away, but you can't. Those are things that weighs you down. Those are things that weighs you down. I think over the past 4 months, I've learned a boundary for myself. Like, I figured out a boundary. And that boundary is, don't stress about the bills that you cannot pay, but pay the bills that you can pay. Cause like literally, don't stress about these bills. You're not stressing about bills no more. It gets, okay, every single month, y'all, every single month, all the poor people huddle up in a circle and they cry about all the bills they gotta pay. And then they turn around and pay them damn bills. And then the following month, they huddle around, all the poor people huddle around again, and they complain about the same bills that they was just complaining about that they gotta pay. And then the next day, you know, they pay it. We don't even know how these bills be getting paid, but we pay it every single month. It could be the day of, it could be the day after. We gonna pay them bills. And I realized that about myself. I was like, why do I panic every single time a bill comes in the mail? It's just a bill with some numbers on it. I'm not about to let that consume me. But every single day when I wake up, I'm either going to go to work, do what I got to do, or I'm going to be at home cooking dinner. I'm just going to do me. I'm going to be a basic ass normal person. And I'm not going to stress about the bills. Because there's people that need to see me smile. Those bills are still going to get paid. Right on time. Every month. I told myself I'm not doing that shit no more. And I haven't done it. Every time I get a bill and I see my fiance, I see turning there, open up them bills, I just be like, he'll be like, we got another bill. And I'll be like, in due. Put that motherfucker down. We just got home. We got to sit down on the couch and watch TV and spend time with our families, because we're not about to spend this night worrying about some bills that we gonna pay regardless. Y'all better just stop stressing about them damn bills. Don't let them bills consume you. I'm telling you, that is letting go of the stress of paying bills has lifted me up 1,000%. It feels good. Shit. Feels good. I don't want to be worrying about no damn bills every month. They gonna come every single month. You mean to tell me I'm gonna spend the rest of my life worrying about something that I know was coming? No. One of the hardest things for me to heal from, I realized, was I've carried self-doubt as far as like being a mother real bad. I feel like the fact that my kids had to grow up with me and they went through things with me, they had to witness stuff, like that's probably one of the biggest weight blockers I have on my life to this day. I really wish I made better choices as a mom, especially with who I decided to have children with, because these men out here are reckless. They don't be caring. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care. They'll do you dirty right in your face. They'll do you so dirty. My son's dad, he's been out of the picture for quite some time now. We're praying for him. You know, we went through some things, but he's in one of my prayers. Definitely in my prayers real heavy, because he's been spending his younger days in jail. Like, he dealing with those demons. Like, you know, we all going through something. But I don't even know where I was going with that. That's crazy. I do that a lot, because I'll be thinking about a lot of stuff. Like, I'll be thinking about a lot of stuff that I put my kids through. And then my two oldest girls, their dad, he has so many kids. And I don't know why I felt like I needed to be another person that also has, like, you know, like, why? what was going on in my mind? And then you expect these people to show up. You know, you expect them to show up. You expect them to be parents. You expect them to be dads. But they show you what they already was showing you, that they're not going to be there, you know? Sometimes we just bring some of these things onto ourselves. So I've been talking to myself this way, like, look, you can be mad at them all day long for not paying child support. You can be mad at them all day long for not contributing to anything, like being ghost and being gone, or only coming around when they see fit. But at the same time, these people was giving you've seen signs in these people. You've seen signs in these people that you let come into your life and hurt you. You've seen those signs. And I've seen a lot of them. I ignored a bunch of them. My last relationship, before the one that I'm in now, we have 2 daughters together. He woke me up the most. And I usually don't talk about it. Like, if I talk about it, I don't talk about it. Like, I don't go deep about it. Because leading up to the past few days, that is something that has stuck with me the hardest out of any life lesson I've ever had. But at the same time, you ever been through something so bad with a person to the point where when you overcome and you come out of it, you want to thank them? Like, that's how I feel sometimes. I just want to thank him to his face for treating me like shit and treating my kids like shit and making me not really know what love is, because I was so blindsided. Because now that I know what love feels like, and I know how we felt. I know how I felt, but I also know how my kids felt. I know how my kids felt coming out of an abusive home. I know exactly how they felt. And I had to deal with pushing my healing from that back so that I could be there for my kids so that they could heal. So this past year, I've been able to start my healing process from being in such an abusive relationship. We're really going here. People know that he was abusive to me. People that are close to me know that he was abusive to our kids. My kids we had together, the kids we didn't have together. I remember when I first opened up to my mom about it is when I was finally out, you know. And I was just like, the best way I could have described being in a relationship with him was man, I'm sorry, y'all gotta give me a minute. Whew. The best way I could describe being with my ex is torture. And y'all watch those movies where you're like, I wouldn't let nobody do that to me. Like, get up, girl. Why you let that man do that to your kids? Like, when I think about some of the stuff we went through, I feel like it was a movie. Like, and when I finally separated and finally was like, I could do this by myself. I had to go through the transition of how my kids was responding to the new life that we was walking into. I want to be able to say this without it being like, okay, let me get it together. Because I don't even know why I'm talking about this, y'all. Like, this is not, I don't even think this is what this podcast was going to, but I guess that's just the real. But let me get myself together, because like a part of my healing journey right now is to stand strong. And I don't want to tell this story weak. Like, I don't want to speak this truth in a weak way. I want to be, yeah. Okay, so I'm back. I had to like, Lord, sometimes when you, it's about to come back. It is what it is. Telling your truth shouldn't be such a scary thing. Now, I tell my kids all the time that it's okay for them to voice how they feel. Sometimes it backfires on me. But through that transition of us leaving that relationship and me having to teach my kids the new life that we were stepping into, which was a safer life, we had to do so much communication. And that's why they've learned now how to voice how they feel about things. And so when people meet my kids, they're like, oh my gosh, they really be talking. Like, they know how to actually say how they feel. They're funny, they're cute, they're wild. But you can tell that my kids are strong because we had to do so much communication. And I had to really talk to them about what happened to us, you know? My daughter, these conversations spiral because what I thought the right thing to do is when you take your kids out of an abusive home, your natural reaction is going to be to, like, you want them to forget about it. You know, you want to cook dinners, you want to have parties, you want to have fun, you want to laugh, dance, sing, all the things you couldn't do when you was in this relationship with this person. You want to do those things immediately so that you're happy, your mind's off of it, and the kids, their minds are off of it, right? Well, that's not correct, because there's going to be a moment where one of your kids is going to step up and they're going to have questions, because now they're in this whole new reality, and being kid minds is like, did that really happen to me? Or was it a dream? Is this, so you got to sit down and have these conversations with your kids when you come out of those situations, because they need to voice how they felt about it. I was cooking and my daughter came to me and she was like, don't burn me with that. For no reason. She just, don't burn me with that. And I looked at her and I was like, I'm not thinking nothing of it. I'm like, why would I burn you with this? And she said, well, that's if my daddy did it. My daddy did it to me. And in that moment, I broke down. I broke completely down that day, because it was in that moment I realized there was no walking away from what happened to us. There was no walking away from it. And there's nobody in this world that can sit there on the other side of this, of what happened to me and my kids. There's nobody in this world that can sit on the other side and tell us that this shit did not happen to us. Family watched us suffer. His family, my family. People watch us suffer. And nobody, whether I was talking about it or not, you could see it. And nobody helped us. And sometimes I wonder, like, why do people, y'all would see that these women are getting abused and being abused, but nobody will say nothing. So I started having these conversations with my kids because I'm like, I'm going to start it here, where these conversations can be talked about. I'm going to start it in my house with my kids that also went through this with me. I'm going to let them know that they're not alone, even though they know they wasn't alone, because all of us went through it. And so we start talking about it, and I started giving my kids that floor to just say how they felt about it. And that's so fucking heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking. One of the biggest things for me now in this healing journey is not what happened to us, but what is going to happen for us. Because I did everything that God wanted me to do at that time. I did everything that I had power to do, that I had the strength to do. And it probably wasn't always the best choices, but I made the choices. And living with those choices and healing from those choices for those choices. Like I'm learning to just walk on my path. I'm just learning to walk on my path. There's so many things that we're going to have to face. So many things that we're going to have to face. It doesn't even matter what it is. We're going to have to face it. And we're going to have to stop being so weak. When it comes to these things, we need to learn how to be a lot stronger. I'm raising my kids to be strong. I'm raising them to be ready. I'm raising them to be aware, to stand up for themselves, to speak out. To speak out. That's really important to me. I just know that what I went through in that relationship particularly made me probably one of the most strongest, powerful I could be. Because that man is my biggest motivation to succeed. Any man that can take from his kids after how he treated them, you're just the bottom of the scum. Because it's like as if mental and physical abuse was not enough. This man has taken me to court for taxes. This man has had me locked up because I found my kids on my taxes because I take care of them. He does not pay child support. Like, recently, I just gave it up. Like, look, he held me in contempt. Instead of me keep going to jail for the same stuff, might as well just let him have it, because right now the fight's bigger than me and him. Fight's bigger than us. So I was just like, look, he can foul. Whatever. Let him have it. Because what I have coming to me is so much bigger than a fight. You know, me fighting with you means I'm still hurting, but you fighting with me means, you know, you lost something. And you're trying to take whatever little pieces of me you can. And it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. He doesn't pay child support either, so yay. I used to be a baby mama and be like, oh, if you ain't gonna pay your child support, I'm coming to court. We going. Now I just be like, well, if you don't want to pay your child support, there's not much I can do. You know, I can't drag you, can't make you do. I can't make you do it. Definitely not about to be. When you focus on your healing and your journey and your purpose, that stuff don't even matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. Enjoy your check, because that's just so. You get it one time a year. Like, imagine not even have to worry about it. Like, imagine being. This is one of those messages that y'all just in a conversation with me in my head. Y'all just in my head right now. But I'm like, it comes once a year. You know, what you fought for, it comes once a year. And I got the better end of the stick because I get to watch these beautiful kids grow up, and they're amazing. And we get to live our life, and we don't got to cover bruises no more. Like, we got only bruises we got on us is the bruises you left. And those is memories to not ever go through that shit again. For all of us. We know we not going through that again. Even when they grown. I believe that you left a mark enough for none of us to go through this shit again. But you don't take care of your kids. You can't. And you don't. But you would take from them. And that's you. That's your character. Is you'll take from your kids. And like I was saying, that's just once a year. I got a lifetime with these kids. And we good every month. So I'm just thankful of the things that I've been through. Y'all, I'm recording. Y'all, I got here at the studio at like, I don't know. I came early today because I was like, I'm about to get it right at the camera. Now it's been raining, y'all, so I don't even know. I'm the only person here. So I can't see if the footage is looking like it's supposed to. But I can see that this light is shining really bright. But I'm going to start wrapping this up, y'all. But like, I'm telling y'all just witnessed someone healing. Like, you talking about the stuff you went through, and then it's like you crying, and then now you laughing, because really you working through it. You working through those emotions. But oh my God, healing is the most ugliest thing. I'm so proud of anybody that's like watching this video, because y'all, we about to be so dope. You know what I'm saying? Look, you already know you got people that hate you. They hate you. They hate on you. They don't want to see you succeed. They don't want to see you do good without them. You got them people, right? And then when you just start like, you start getting into your shit and getting into yourself and start feeling yourself a little bit, and you just like, oh snap, this is what they didn't want. That's how I feel right now. Like, dang, y'all seen this in me? Y'all seen this in me? Y'all seen all this glow in me before I seen it in myself. That's why y'all was trying to tear me down. Y'all seen all this glow in me before I seen it in myself, and that's why y'all tried to tear me down. I love y'all. I would be mad too, and I'm telling you, like, the more that I process what I've gone through and what I've been through, and what, you know, like, the more I process it in a different way, I'm able to like cry about it, but not like whimper, you know? I'm not whimpering. I'm light tears, baby, light tears. But y'all, we about to be kicking out these podcasts, these these, whatever this is. Do we not know what this is yet? Not this video? I don't know, y'all. Y'all made this from the video. Y'all gotta let me know if you like content like this. Let me know what kind of content y'all want to see from me. Because right now, your girl is just healing and we just talking about whatever the hell we want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be pushing out these videos, especially the ones with it's just me. It's like, why not? Yeah, let me know if y'all like the guest podcast, the 90 Tuesday series. Y'all gotta just go through here and let me know what part of me y'all like best. Now I can find a good balance, but yeah, y'all. And we forgot to do our intro again. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Arie. Welcome back to another Late Nights with Arie. Welcome back to another podcast. I'm your host, Arie Moore, the Arie Moore, and dang. Cheer. Y'all. Bye, y'all.